going to make egg rolls. So we woke up to a blackout. Yesterday was a bit hectic. We will make 20 egg rolls. Egg rolls. No, let's end at 15. Let's start with 15 egg rolls. This step is not actually necessary at all. I think my mic was off. This step is actually not necessary at all. Yeah, let's put it. I just like to rinse off any dirt on the eggs before I bring them to a boil. So to boil my eggs, I'm going to add in vinegar and salt. The vinegar will help the eggshells peel faster. And we'll boil that some vinegar. We'll keep it to boil for about 15 minutes. It's done right now, and the sun started rising. And some salt. If you want soft boiled eggs, you would want to boil it for 10 minutes. Like for it still to be liquidy, that golden liquidity. You want the yolk to be golden liquidy. You boil it for 10 minutes. But I do not want that. I don't want it to be that the yolk to be purplish. But where I am, when your yolk is liquid, it's still considered raw. So I'm going to be boiling it for 15 minutes just so it's cooked without being overcooked. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Hamza. Good morning. Let me know where you're watching from. I hope your day is starting out right. Okay. This is going to disturb my pot, so I'm just going to close it down. I want this to for 15 minutes. So we set the timer, and while that is boiling, I'm going to prepare the dough. Right. So I'm making egg roll. It's basically you have egg inside, then it's surrounded by a dough made of flour. It's surrounded by a dough made of flour. So I'll first measure out my flour, then I'll add in the seasonings. It's different from Scotch egg. Usually we call that the Scotch egg, but I think for Scotch egg, what surrounds it, right, should make the like fish or meat. Yeah, but for egg roll, it's a flour mixture. So I'm just, in the meantime, while my eggs are boiling, I'm going to prepare the dough that is going to surround the eggs so that everything gets done together. So by the time I peel out my eggs, I'll just go direct into frying it. That's the plan of action. Good morning. Where are you watching from? I'm about to go into the store. We do not have lights. There's been a blackout, power blackout over the night. So yeah, that's why it's so dark in here. I think you would rather I leave you in the light, right, and fetch your things from the store because it's so creepy to go in there. Okay, so this is my bowl. I'm just going to wipe it down. Then I'll measure out my flour that I'm going to use. Then we'll get the flour. I'll be using all-purpose flour. Everything. So here it is. We have all-purpose flour. I'm going to zero in the machine. It's in mils, so let's change that to grams. Okay, grams. Here we go. Okay. Good morning. We are making egg rolls. Okay, so I have my flour. Next up, we're going to have some sugar. I'm going to add some sugar just so that our dough has flavor. So we're going to add something to season it, a bit of sugar and salt. Now I want to heat a bit. This much in it. Let's work with one more time. Good morning. Because each time someone else, I'm always bitching about not it always happens. Not it always happens to be me, the laundry. to do the dishes. But each time someone else does the dishes, sometimes the person who uses the kitchen most often, I always get a little bit annoyed because they keep things in different places. Yeah. Okay, this is sugar. Good morning. Okay. Bit of salt. Then baking powder. Yeah, pushing baking powder. Good morning. Hola, Mercedo Evinado. ¿Cómo estás? One level, not heat. ¿Cómo estás? Bonjour. I'm mixing languages. Portuguese and Spanish. Like twins, don't you think? Alright, so next I want to introduce a bit of flavor. So I will be using nutmeg. And let's escape. I'm so sorry. That's that's the extent of my Spanish. Like como estas. That's your YouTube videos. That is the essence of my Spanish. I speak English and some French. Oh, I'm Pidgin. I wouldn't speak Pidgin. So now I just go ahead and get my nutmeg. I just prefer the freshly grated one. The general rule of thumb, I prefer cold spices to plate brown. And the paprika, they are attached to still no Spanish on my end. And I'm a little busy. It's not that I would have Google translated so we can continue this conversation. How do they say no Spanish? No Indo Spanish. Okay, I'm not going to do. I'm not going to butcher someone language. I wouldn't even guess. Right. Anglais or English or Pidgin, but yeah, you're not African. Like we don't know Pidgin. Even Africans, I think Pidgin is more within Western Africans. Sierra Leone, Liberia, Nigeria. I don't really hear it like other parts of Africa, other regions of Africa. They have a different form. So I am great training nutmeg right now. You could do nutmeg or orange zest or lemon zest for flavor in this. I do have some lemon zest, but since I started out with nutmeg, I won't add that. I find it's pointless when you add both because the nut makes chocolate so overpowering. It overpowers that of the rest, so there's no point. It's not like it complements each other. That's all I find. Okay. Now I'm going to mix it. Okay. Qu'est-ce que tu nutmeg, je ne sais pas comment on dit ça. Muscade. Muscade, oui, noix de muscade. Je rate une noix de muscade. Nutmeg. Je vais faire ce qu'on appelle ici eggroll. So, il y a l'œuf dedans. Et autour, il y a. Je ne peux pas dire petite série. This is dough. So it's fried like that. You have egg or flour binding mixture. We usually have it very early in the morning. Not very early, we usually have it in the mornings. Like, it's a common snack school children have, or people who are going to work. So, to make the dough, ça doit sentir bon. Oui, 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 ça sent très bon. Ça a une bonne saveur. Il y a celui qui est fait. Bonjour Alexandra. Qu'est-ce que vous aimez manger dans le matin avant que vous partez au bureau? Si vous passez à la maison, qu'est-ce que vous aimez manger? Oh, ce n'est pas Alexandre, désolé, c'est Alex Henades. Bonjour Alex Henades. Maintenant, c'est lui. I'm measuring out my oil. Right, okay. Then you could rub in your oil, but personal preference, I like to mix in my oil with some water. Salut, Alex Henades. I like to mix in my oil with some water first. Okay, so I'll do that in this bowl. Bonjour HVK Mathis Blog, ça va? Et vous, ça va? Okay, so here's the water I would use to mix both in. So first off, I'll put in maintenant je vais ajouter l'eau et l'huile à la farine. Les œufs sont en feu. The eggs are boiling in water. I'm going to make the dough. So by the time I'm done with the dough, the little pinch, yeah, I do not know what that is. So by the time I'm done with the dough, my eggs should be almost there. That's the timer for the eggs. Alright. So actually for this dough I like to use gloves in mixing this particular one. Get some gloves to mix it up. Yeah, I speak more than 3 languages. I do not know if do I actually speak more than 3 languages? No, I think it should be 3 or so. The other one is just bits and pieces. It's not like I can hold a conversation, so I don't consider it knowing how to speak those languages. right? The other one, so I can speak, I can hold a conversation in 3 languages. What about you, Alex Hernandez? From your name, if they have to ask me to guess how many languages you can speak, I would say English, French, and Spanish. Am I wrong or am I right? So right now, I'm going to mix in the liquid into our dough, right? Sorry, into our flour to make the dough. Just the riz. Oh, so I was right. Did you learn in school or was it like from your community? Where did you learn how to speak the 3 languages? Oh, you're learning Chinese. That is so cool. I think learning a language that it's so different in the sense of, in terms of the building blocks of the language from the language you were raised in. I think that's great for character development, and I really do think it changes you as a person, honestly speaking. I'm not even trying to be cheesy. For example, if you know like how do they call this thing? Is it the Romanic languages? Family, school, and friends. Nice, I envy you. That means you probably live in a very multicultural environment. So you start off by, I wonder, are you going to learn the Chinese? Is it like a school you're attending, or you like also want to immerse yourself in their environment? Like I was saying, it's such an admirable feat, and courage to you. Like it takes consistency, and there's all this talk about how learning languages. This is what we have. This is what it all looks like. But I wanted to a bit more. It's still a bit too dry for me, so I'm going to add in water. No, just on the internet. That takes a ton of discipline. I'm not even going to start, honestly speaking, because I really don't want to start and stop things. But for a language that it's alphabet. I don't know if they use the word alphabet in languages like Chinese, Korean, Hindu, Japanese. Even a lot of African languages, we have a different alphabet, but it wasn't really developed. But where I am, there's a language that the alphabetical system was developed. To learn that on the internet, especially when you don't live in an environment where it's widely spoken, so you get to practice and hear it, it's very admirable. Kudos to you, Alex Hernandez. Kudos to you. So I'll keep mixing my dough. Is there a particular mood you advise for people who want to learn languages? Personally, there's not much. It's different, but I think it's easier to learn Chinese. You're probably the first person I've ever heard say that. I'm just rinsing out the pan where the oil is and adding in some water gently because the oil is already coming together. You're probably the first person I've heard say it's easier Chinese. I remember a few years back I was curious because I had some classmates who were learning Chinese. Now she even lives in China and she speaks the language. She was learning it, so I was curious about it and I googled it, and there was all this thing about it being one of the hardest languages to learn. So apparently even amongst the Chinese, there are different versions of the language, and not all of them know it. Just a teeny one in a drop. Yeah. One word means like 5 or 6 words. I can imagine. With those strokes, right, when one dot can mean anything. So with that level of complexity, how do you go about learning it really well on the internet? What's your routine like? I like it. I like how the dough is now. Okay, so we're going to move on to the eggs right now. So my eggs are boiled now. The timer just ran not long ago. I'll put the dough away. Then I'm going to peel out the eggs. What's your routine like, Alexa Hernandez? Hi, Hugh from New York. Hi, hello. I am making egg rolls and having a discussion with Alexa Hernandez about. I'm very fascinated by him. He knows a couple of languages. So these are my eggs boiled. I'm going to drain the water and peel this off. I am making egg rolls. It's a snack popularly eaten. You can eat it any day, honestly speaking. No one is going to arrest you. But it's popularly eaten in the mornings or then I'm going to add in some cold water to the eggs. It's going to help me peel the shells. Oh. This is what happens when your fridge is too hot. Where's the cold water I had here? Okay. I'm looking for fridge cold water so my eggs can peel faster. This is it. So I'll add it to the eggs. It's going to help me peel the shells faster. So I'll get this bowl. I'm going to put the peeled eggs into it. Then this one for the shells. Sorry, busy at work. Oh, no problem. Oh, that means you're ahead of me in time. If you're already at work, it's still quite early here for me. I'll make this and prepare to go for work. Hello, Jazz. So now I'm going to peel the eggs. Funny enough, this is one of the, I think this is like the only really tricky part. This and forming your dough well in making this egg roll. Because I want a smooth peel, so I have to be gentle. I do all these precautions. I put the vinegar, I douse the eggs after they've been boiled in cold water to help the shell come up smoother. But still, I find I need to be gentle when I do this and I'm like rushing. Chunks of the eggs still come out with the shell and I don't want that. So look, a smooth peel. I'm always so happy when I have a smooth peel. Good morning, or good day, whatever time of the day you're at. Because I'm sure the people who are 8 hours ahead, so they're probably already in the middle of their day. I am still starting out on this day. You that went ahead, let me know. How has the day been? How is it? How is the road ahead? Is it nice? Is it showing fine? Okay, is it? I got a bit distracted. I almost came out with a chunk here. So I'll just be gentle now. So I have a small peel throughout. Oh, this this is what I do not like. It hurts my spirit. This is a bit of egg yolk with the shell. Such a waste. So I don't like to do it. Then it makes the egg not look smooth. It now has craters and potholes. So we're going to go back to being as gentle as possible. When I have about 10 eggs left, I am going to put up my oil on fire because we're going to deep fry the egg rolls. So for now, I'm just going to peel eggs. This is all the oil. I'll wait till I'm frying so the oil doesn't get too hot. Look at that. See all those craters? Now compare. See how smooth it is, and that's the importance of being gentle and present when peeling this. There's still some shell bits, but I'll rinse this off. Okay, I crack the egg first, then I go in slowly. I'm just lightly tapping the egg on a hard surface. Yeah, I'm using my work top so it comes out. Can you hear the birds chirping outside my window? They're wishing you a good morning. We did it. One smooth peel egg victory. Small egg. Good morning. Again, we are making egg rolls, so we already have our dough prepared, and now we're peeling the eggs. So that's 5 eggs in. I'm just going to add one more before I put my oil on fire, then continue with the eggs. Okay. So I'm going to put my pan on fire. Right, I'm going to put it on medium heat. So here is my gas stove. So this will be getting while I continue peeling the eggs. This way I'm done with the eggs. Let me start frying. you're eating lasagna. Okay. Welcome back, Alexia Des. What time of the day is it there? If you're having lasagna, I assume it should be afternoon. Or is it a breakfast meal? Or early afternoon? Oui, oui. Ezo patisserie. But I have a preference. I like filled pastries. Oh, okay, you work night shifts. Oh, alright. I do patisserie, but I like filled. My preference is filled pastries. J'aime la surprise. I like the surprise when you bite into it and you taste something different. The texture differences, and also it's a bit of a surprise. I mean, you know what you'll find from when you buy it, but still, it's still a surprise in my mind. So I enjoy those. So I usually make those kind of pastries and learn to make this. Things like spring rolls, samosa, even like filled pastries that have fruit in them. So maybe you'll have like, I don't know, a mango jam or like a chocolate. When you bite into the pastry, then you have like a chocolate oozing inside. Oh, you also like those. I mean, lasagna is a bit like that. It has layers, right? I've had a lasagna, but I don't think I've had a good lasagna, right? Because people who have had a lot of lasagna, they're always like, a good lasagna is life-changing. Oh, it's not your favorite. So what's your favorite? What is your favorite then? Another smooth egg peel. It's a good one. Most of my eggs came out smooth. Hard to say, but I think pupusas. I kid you not, that's the first time I'm hearing that name, and I'm going to Google the shit out of it after. Sorry, network. Let me know, what are pupusas? How is it made? Do you have any idea? Or if you don't know how it's made, well, what is it like? What does it taste like? Is it soft, crunchy? Is it tortilla stuffed with pork? Oh, that sounds good, man. It's a tortilla stuffed with pork cheese and some veggies. Sold. Sold. So is it deep fried or baked? With pork cheese. Is it really stringy? Like, does it have that cheese ball? Or it's more like a creamy one that just holds the meat and the veggies together? Yes. Oh, string. Is it baked or deep fried? A tortilla. That means it's made out of corn flour, right? Or is it? No, tortillas are not deep fried, right? Are they? No. When I see how it's made, it's usually like a flat griddle thing. Is it like arepas? It's like in French. It's like a French era. I'm not sure what that is. Tortilla. Oh, it's like a French tortilla. Oh, okay. Nice. Honestly, I don't get to eat a lot of cheese. I don't take milk as I usually do, as I could before. It doesn't sit as well with me now again. So I try to reduce the amount of milk products I consume. But when it comes to field pastries, I'll make an exception. So I'm definitely going to check out the proposal and see if the ingredients I can source. Je vous dis la prononciation, c'est comme oh, le mot fil. Ah, non proposal, fil. Fil. French fil. Oh, fil. Ok. Pas proposal, c'est fil. Fil. Oh, ça, c'est intéressant. Yeah, I feel like I've gone off somewhere, but it's okay. We'll find ourselves. Infil. Ok. C'est la prononciation de quoi? C'est pour ça qu'on prononce comme fil. Until the news if our last egg order. So I'm just going to, I'll throw these eggshells in the front, so I'll just keep them here. Then I'm going to wash these eggs, right? So I'm going to wash all the pieces of eggshells that were left. Ah, tortilla fil. No, I was taught that the purpose of language is understanding. So if I understand what you're saying, forgive my pronunciation, let's let it go. Because let me know, like, I'm a bit confused. Ah, okay. Yeah, I had to explain. Yeah, because I was getting a bit confused. Okay. So I have all my eggs now peeled and cleaned of the shells. It's not said tortilla, it's said tortilla. Oh, okay, it's not tortilla, it said tortilla. Tortilla. I'll definitely look up what a pupusa is after this because it's very hard me repeating myself all morning. Our oil is already hot. Could you hear it making peep? I'm just adding a bit more oil since we're going in for a deep fry. I'll clean up my cooking area. It's a tortilla. This is why you're the person who likes learning languages. You're huge on pronunciation, which is a good thing. So we have our eggs, and now we're going to form some eggshells in this water, so I'll not show all the fish out the eggshells, please, so I don't clog the sink. Wash this little. And then let's go into form egg rolls. We have brothers and sisters. I have siblings, yes. Well, in the strict sense of that word, when you ask like our culture, even your cousins are your brothers and sisters. So it'll be rare to find someone who doesn't have brothers and sisters. Though nowadays, when they ask that, people know that they're asking about their regulations. What about you? Do you have brothers and sisters? Alexina does. So now we're just molding the egg roll. Okay, let me show you how we're going to do that. So since we want the eggs to be in the middle, I'll first scoop up a bit of the dough. Flatten it out. Yep. And with this, you don't want the dough to be too thick. If not, it might not cook through properly. Okay, so I have this and I wrap it around. That's all. Oh, is this how a pupusa looks like? 5. Whoa. Yo. I can just imagine how much fun you had growing up. Growing up, would always stay. Would go visit aunts, uncles, and the cousins would gather, brothers and sisters, and it was always so chaotic. Those were fun times. We would climb all the fruit trees and we'll cook like we were cooking for a small football team. And oh my god, it was a Hunger Games. You would need to go quick to have a good portion. So a pupusa is round. It's the same process. Tortilla, pupusa. You said it's pronounced like tortilla, like Philpo. I'm just going to Google how to pronounce that after this. But for now, leave me with my pupusa. So that means the meat, the pork, and the cheese with the veggies that are put here, and then I'll definitely look that up. I'll look up how that is made. I'd like to try to make that. I'll see if I can source the ingredients where I am. Then I'll plan to make it. Okay. I'm just rolling up the egg. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's round like this. No, c'est plat. Oh, okay. I see. I understand. So that means they probably put it in, then close it so it's flat, right? It just looks like a flat dough, but when you bite into it, it's circular and round. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, I hear you. But this one, it's round. First for the shape of the egg. For the shape of the egg. Let me show you what it looks like. And because it's so dark, I woke up to a power blackout, so I'll use this torch. Okay, I'm going to use this torch to provide you some more light. Okay, so this is the first egg roll we made, cooking away in the oil, and I'm just going to carry on with the others, with forming the others and dropping into the oil. So here we have our dough. This is what I'll be surrounding the egg with. Then we have our eggs that have been boiled and peeled. And that's it. That's pretty much it. It's a relatively quick step that you can make. And there's still a lot of dough surrounding it. Yeah, it is. I wish there was a way I could send you some, but alas, we haven't yet mastered the art of apparitions. Maybe someday. So we could just appear. I want to set up my draining station. So when I take the egg rolls out, I put it on this to drain. Okay, now I'm going to have to be quicker really wish I could break one of these open. What do you think? But it's pretty much just going to do one egg. That I'm saying so. So I'm guessing this is how a proposal looks like, right? Maybe they put something in the middle and flatten it out back. Yeah, I do. I sell them. But often when I try, because I like trying new recipes, often when I try a new recipe, I just share that out, right? If I like the outcome, I just share that out. And when I'm really comfortable with it and I think it tastes good and people like it, that's when I say, oh, exactly. So I was right on how the proposal looks like. Yes. So which Chinese are you learning? Cantonese or Mandarin? And why? Why did you choose Chinese? Talking to the Mandarin. Why do you choose Mandarin? Do you know the difference between both? Good morning. I'm making Eggrolls. If you join, we're having a conversation with Alex Hernandez on languages. He speaks several languages. How cool is that? And now he's currently learning Chinese. Why I make Eggrolls, and he tells me about Professor. Why did you choose Mandarin? Like, is it just what you started off with? Business, I mean, I like China, yeah. Okay, so that means Mandarin is the one more commonly used with regards compared to Cantonese in business. Right? Have you ever been to China, that is? Have you ever been to China? I'm curious because when you say for business, it makes me think you work in sales. But I don't think people who work in sales have a night shift, do they? It's probably just a stereotype. When people say business and that they like China, I always think they're business people. So that means they're probably into sales. Yeah, I like the same. Thank you. But I need to watch myself. I don't want to get into copyright violations here. We're raised being told singing is good for the soul. It's also a good thing. Power is back. Finally, I'm turning the lights. Five siblings. So what was it like during meal time? I always ask food related things. I like food. As you can see, that's why I make it. Show you this. Okay. I want to go, but not to cities, just the historical sites. Oh, old architecture. Okay. Tourism. Yeah, in China, I can imagine that large part of land and all those different people with kind of like overarching similar culture. There would be a lot of diversity and interesting stories. Now they say reality beats fiction. So I'm sure all the architectural sites will be much more beautiful than we can imagine or fictionize in our heads. Where would you like to go? Where would I like to go? Honestly speaking, you know what I've experienced? Anywhere where I'm respected. Because I wouldn't like to spend good money to go somewhere to see the sites where I'm treated as citizens. But that aside, ideally, I also am very curious, right, about Asian countries, Asian communities, particularly Southeast Asian, because I find them more like their arc, right, as a people, it's more similar to us as Africans. That is barring African, because travel within Africa is so expensive and so complicated for Africans, right? So that's barring that. But if I don't buy that, definitely I would like to explore African countries. But it's a lot of things not standardized and stuff. And also because of the food. Let me just be honest. The most reason why I'm Asia is like the top is the food, you guys. It's the food. Like when you watch Southeast Asian cuisine, just the variety and it's spicy and flavorful, like the food. I want to go like on a travel tour. Yes, that's what I want. Or Southeast Asian and African countries, to be honest. That's where I would like to go. I mean, yours is more thoughtful. You would like to see the architecture and see the people. I mean, I just want to eat. I just want to eat what they are eating. But I think I think food, art, and music are the core of a people, because a lot of our stories are stored in those things. And I'm borrowing this from something I learned. You know Creole? No, I do not know Creole. I do not know Creole. I think what I know that it's more similar to Creole is Pidgin. We call it Pidgin English. Right. I think Creole is mostly like the islands, like Jamaica, the Caribbean, that, right? And also like the southern states, if I'm right. What should I say on standardized language? I don't even think any language is standardized. Like Creole, do you speak? Lots here in Canada. Really? Creole. Wait, do you mean there's lots of people who speak Creole in Canada? Or is it like a common language there, or there are lots of people? Oh, okay. That is what I learned today. I did not know that. I would never have guessed that. Oh, so you're from Canada. Oh, is that why you speak English and French? That's the official languages, right? It's Haitian. Haiti. Yeah. Yeah, Creole definitely. English and French. True. I think even Brazil. Lots. Did I mention I'm from Cameroon? Funny you bring that up. I don't think I mentioned that, but you were saying that, I guess you know I'm from Cameroon. I was actually just about to say that. That's one thing Canada and Cameroon have too. The two official languages being English and French. Yeah, there are lots of people from Cameroon there. Yeah. I mean, it's cold. Canada is cold. That's one thing everyone says about that area. That it's so cold. But but there's a lot of land and it's sparsely populated. But I think they go there maybe because language, and Cameroonians are, you go to school there. I have been selling lots of flax. You are an interesting person, Alex Hernandez. You stay in Canada, you speak 5 languages, you do night shifts, and you have 5 siblings, and you sell flax. I would not have thought of flax. Yeah, yeah. Oh, in Canada. I don't know about that, but you're the one there, so I'll have to trust what you say. Sorry about that. This is what this is what we'll not deal with if we're in Canada. The rate is drizzling a little, and when it drizzles, network just starts doing. So I had to switch to another network to come back on live. Okay, so these are what we have right now. Oh, thank you for the compliment on my personality. This is what the final product of the egg rolls look like. It's all golden brown. So I'm just going to put this in the drain. Yeah. It looks good, right? So this one I want to leave to still cook for a bit. Looks very good, thank you. Yeah, nice gold color. That's so it looks pleasant to the eye. Then when you bite into it, it's crunchy. Then it's a bit chewy inside, right? Then you have the egg. We always eat it with pepper, so it's a spicy sauce. If you sell these things without a spicy sauce, you will probably go home with all your produce because people need something spicy. No, I do not put a lot of melted chocolate. So here's the thing. We don't really... I have to sell to the... I'm imagining that... But egg and chocolate, boiled egg and chocolate, that's not something I've ever had together. Have you ever had that together? It doesn't even sound like 2 meals that will go. Caramel. Caramel. You just say caramel now. You have my mouth watering. I like caramel, so yeah, that would definitely look pretty. But we usually this is kind of like a savory snack. Yeah, egg inside. No, it's fine. I hear you. There's also one. They took the power again. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. The one they do with nothing inside, right? You can put all these sweet sauces on top. Usually, you could also sprinkle like cinnamon sugar on top of it. That's also really nice. Just ignore these people. They're just messing with the power. I do not know why. It's normal here. So yeah, that wish there are no eggs inside, right? We do that. You could put something sweet. Usually, though the mixture for that one is different, but you could still sugar balls, right? You sprinkle sugars on top. That one it's much more softer. It's more like donuts. Yeah. But with this one, if you don't put the eggs, you could do that. You could drizzle something sweet on top. But because of the eggs, Eggs usually we like to have it with something spicy. So we will have like a pepper sauce made of scotch bonnet pepper, garlic, onions. It really depends on what flavors you want in the sauce. So how we usually eat it is you cut it in the middle, you pour your pepper sauce and you eat it. It's really good. Because I like few pastries, I just know I also enjoy like dumplings. I know like there are lots of Asians in Canada, so I can just imagine you guys have an abundance of like dumpling restaurants. That's such a perk. Okay, here we have it around. Canada is going down. Really? Why do you say so? What's going on? What is bringing Canada down? So these are egg rolls, right? Let me bring it closer, but I don't want oil dropping, so I'll put this drainage tray on there. These are egg rolls, order. Everything is going so expensive. That I agree with you. That I see, I empathize with you. Now I agree with you. Yeah, but why do you think that is? Anyway, just generally worldwide, everything is going so expensive. It's crazy because when we're learning in school and we're like, oh, demand and supply, blah blah blah. In the past, there were all these reasons: the war and the pandemic and this and that. But I'm like, why are things like everything has been the price increased during that, right? And it didn't go down, but now it's increasing. Why? We cannot afford to live in a world where things are too expensive for all of us. But we'll be fine. At the end of the day, everything is going to be all right. Everything's going to be just fine. Everything's going to be all right. I used to make the dough of this thing really thick, but I got a lot of feedback from those who ate it that they would rather not have the dough very thick. So I reduced the amount of dough. You wish you were born in your country. Which country is that? I'm thinking about that because I think whatever country you're born in, it's your country. Like you were born there, you've lived most of your life there. It's your country. It might not be your only country, like your roots, your heritage, depending on if your parents still had like really strong ties, then you would predominantly be raised in the culture of where they come from. But you still have some links to where you were born. It's like me telling a Nigerian born in Cameroon that Cameroon is not their country. Like, I hear you when they say they're not Cameroonian, but they were born here and they have experienced a lot of it, so they do have some claim to Cameroon. That's how I see it. In Guatemala, my family used to live from here. Guatemala. That's a Spanish-speaking country. Oh, makes sense. Hernandez, your name, it's Spanish, right? Yeah. That's Central America, right? Guatemala. No wonder tortillas. Yeah, okay. It all makes sense. It all adds up. Okay. Have you ever been to Guatemala for an extended period of time? Central America. Yeah. Have you ever been to Guatemala for like, have you lived there for a year, not going and coming? You have? Or just when you were a kid? Okay. So why do you wish you were born there? I'm just curious. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine as well. But I'm curious. Why do you wish you were born there? What does the emoji mean? I'm not sure. We have one egg left. We did good. And it's drizzling here. Because I want to live from my own grown food. That is the dream, my friend. That is the dream. But have you ever lived on a farm? It really looks really dreamy and ideal, but it's a ton of work, let me tell you. My grandparents lived that way. They didn't take at a certain point they stopped taking any seasoning. So literally the only thing they had to season their food was like salt, and the sources of umami were things from like dried fish. They still ate meat, not a ton of it. But literally, when I visit my grandparents, they'll go to the garden at the front, harvest vegetables, then go and get something that harvested from the farm the previous day and cook. That was literally the routine when I visited them. And I saw it's a lot of work because they also kept like different animals for business and for consumption. So from sunrise to sundown, they were doing some work. But I guess it's the same for us, just a different type of work. But even when you're home, you're always thinking about meals or something else. So I guess there's not much difference. You just choose the life you want to have and commit to it. Our system not good for her. The money is not important. Yeah, it's work, but it's real life. I hear you. To be fair, I don't know if I want to live on a farm because of snakes, honestly speaking. Like farm, because those, they come with that, especially when you keep chickens. Especially when you keep chickens. That's the only thing. I'm not big on snakes. Like, that might use for everything to say. Our system is not good for the health. Okay. Yeah, with the cold and the processed food, and especially when you have ties to somewhere warmer, it might feel heavier. Okay, so now these ones I'm going to make them with nothing inside. Yes, I know lots of people prefer comfort. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think people, it depends how you grow up. If you grew up in like a lot of extreme poverty and you had to do that to survive, you really don't want to associate with that when you have more options, right? I want now to form this into a bowl. This one there will be no eggs in them. So that's the one that we can do like the chocolate syrup you're talking about. So I'm going to form them into balls by dropping them this way into the oil. That's one of the brothers I was talking about. I'm on live, don't disturb me.
Yeah, get to like that. Come on.
I'm on live. I know, in my life. Can you pick my life? Yeah. I really wish there was like, I don't know, a spell we could do. So you get to taste some of it, because those who cook should eat right, and you're pretty much taking part in the cooking process. Hey, Alex Hernandez. But look. Voila. All done. Okay. Oh. I am okay. Why won't I be? Are you done from work, or are you still at work? So here we have our egg rolls frying away. Now we wait. I'll probably do, like when I take out the ones with no eggs inside, I'll put a lot of butterscotch in them and try that. I do have butterscotch and chocolate syrup, coincidentally. Yeah, me too. So maybe I'll put a bit of that, but I actually don't like to eat something very sweet early in the mornings. I don't know, personal preference. I prefer the sweetness of fruits. It's more, should I say, regulated. But like chocolate syrup, butterscotch, those are overly sweet. I prefer to have that in the middle of the day. So I'll probably just pour those sauces on top and have my cousins this. Do you put bacon on the dough? I'm not clear. What does that mean? But here we have the finished product. See, it's crunchy. The back is hard, so it crunches. Oh, these people. Oh, bacon on the bread. Nah, no. Bacon is not an ingredient I'll easily find where I am. So no. I think the only thing I really use bacon is fried rice. Bits of bacon when I find it. Look at that. Oh, it's not healthy. Yeah, there are lots of things that are not healthy, but they're necessary once in a while, right? Just for a bit of flavor. Yeah, but it's not really a cheap thing for me. What do I like to eat when I want to? I like cakes. I like, you know what? I really don't like overly sweet things. I guess it's just what I grew up eating. So I guess it works out since a lot of sugar is not nice. So it works out to my advantage. What about you? Do you enjoy bacon? Or like your eating preferences? Too much Coke. Oh, you drink like Coca-Cola, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. We need to clarify. We need to be sure. But do you think you enjoy Coke, or it's just like it's what is usually easily accessible? This is. Let's just leave this for a bit in the fire before we take it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got that. So Coca-Cola, that's like your favorite unhealthy quote unquote thing to have. I hear you. So are you planning like when you retire, when you're much older, you would have like a herd in Guatemala? Yeah. Because for a lot of Cameroonians that I know of and from what I observe who are out, when they're older, they like to come back home. It's just that there are certain things here that annoy you. So, like you see, this power out we've been having. When you're staying in a place you've not had that for years, you have really stable internet access. Sometimes they still come and go just to have a break. Oh, no need permits for construction in Guatemala. Okay. But there's also a reason, just like, is it fantasizing? The word is not fantasizing. Like painting this, every country has its troubles. And I think it's really good to, if you decide you want to live here, to be acquainted and to just accept whatever you get, to just not accept, be open, right? Because what you find is a lot of the people who come back, some of them that I meet, they complain a lot, and they should, because we should do better, right? They should want better. But I think when you complain so much, you get that negativity stays with you, so you get bitter, you get sad, and you planned all throughout to spend the end of your life happy and in a place, live your life the way you want. So it's good not to let. Okay, this is done. This is good. No permits for construction. Do you work in construction? Because if that's something you're dreaming about doing, that means you enjoy working with your hands, likely. Look at that. We have our Eggroll. Listen, this camera is not doing it justice, but we move. We need to put it on medium low heat so it cooks through. If not, the outside is going to be hard and the inside though will be uncooked. You need permits to breathe in Canada. Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, I hear you though. So if you want to have like a garden in your place, you need a permit for that. in it permits to breathe. Whenever I encounter a lot of rules, I always want to know why. That helps me to be better able to live with the rules. Sometimes the why is just greed. It's not even for the good of the people or whatever. But a lot of times there were genuine reasons why the rules came about. And that allows me to have a workaround. But I hear you, if you're seen as a stranger in a place, it's sometimes harder to get a workaround. Oops, sorry. Oh, you do security and import from China. Oh, okay, all right. Thank you. They do look great. I'm always excited. I make this often, but each batch always excites me. I like cock. It's crunchy. Then when you bite into it, it's. I think I'll break into one of the smaller ones, right, and put on a syrup. Put the syrup in, so we see how it looks. Thank you. Security and import from China. Oh, makes sense. See, you're a very intentional person. You're learning the language for business. Running back and blue. This is a part that calls for patience. You need to patiently wait for it all to be done. Might be tempted to just increase the heat level, right, so that it gets brown faster, but that's not going to help us because what we want is for it to be cooked inside. So I'll just keep stirring so it cooks evenly. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Alex Hernandez. Thank you for subscribing and for wishing me well, for wanting to see me grow. I like learning and I like food. I like trying new recipes, so that's mostly what I'm going to be on about. And I cannot give a set time when I'll be live because, as you can see, we have random power outages and network issues. So if I give a set time, like yesterday, we had a lot of internet issues, so I couldn't go live the whole of yesterday. But my goal is to come on at least once a day. If I'm not on, then there are circumstances beyond my control. Food is like, amen, thank you. Food is life. Food is life. Like, I say I am not big on very sweet things, but when life is really, like my Angelo says, when life forces you to call it uncle, that is when I go to look for a chocolate bar. Food is life. It's one of the perks of living. So that's why I look forward to getting to travel and taste food from around the world. Look, it's browning up nicely now. Just stay with it. I usually leave this to cook for about 15 minutes. Thank you, Alex Hernandez. Alright, thank you for your time and attention. I appreciate it. Those two are very valuable currencies. Someone's time and attention. It's raining over here. I like mornings. Mornings are my favorite time of the day. And I do like rainy mornings. The air is fresh and clean. And it's like nature wants to cleanse away all the previous day's worries. So I like that. Oh, yeah. After a hard day, you go to your home and there's less crazy people around. So I hear you. But it will still be mornings for me. Okay. Oh, your job is easier. Okay. All right. I see that. Okay, easy. Phenomenon the force. No, I do not know that. It started raining really heavily now. I hope you can still hear me. I do not know phenomenon the force. And the rains have picked up. What's that about? What is it? What's phenomenon the force? This is one of the downsides of where I stay. Since I like making pastries, some of them are baked, some of them are fried. But if I was making the fried one, they're taking the power. What's phenomenon the force? What is that? Really? Okay. What does it talk about? What are like the subjects of interest? What does phenomenon the force talk on? You guys, our eggrolls are already done. This is not. Phenomenon the force. Done, done. This is the last one out now. The rest of it is going to be the buns. Now we have the buns. For these buns, we're going to try what you propose, Alex Hernandez. Like I said, we put butterscotch and so and chocolate. But I'll have my cousin try it and tell me what it is because I'm not a big fan of very sweet things early in the morning. Increase the heat because these are much smaller, so they've been on fire for a while. So I don't want it to, we call it drinking oil when the heat is too low. Okay. I'm live. I'm online. I'll put it. We have our buns cooking on fire. Now the house is waking up. So while we're on the last stage of the buns, should be ready. Okay, I don't want it to get too brown because it's still going to continue cooking for a bit when it's out of the fire. So if it's too brown, it's just going to darken further, right? So this is what we have. See, golden brown. That's what I was aiming for. Yes, they are. Can you imagine if you are hungry, then you get up to the smell of something fried? Like, just imagine you sleep and you get up to the scent of tortilla being cooked. That's what it is. I'll put this at the back because it's hot oil, so that lower chances of me bumping into and harming myself. So here we are. These are the egg rolls we made. Let me turn this around. Voila, here they are. These are the ones we're going to try with the chocolate. This is hot. With the chocolate and butterscotch sauce. Yeah, we'll have my cousin try it. Yeah, you add to. That's a good thing. So now I want to put some water on fire that we'll use to shower. When I do that, we're going to put the butterscotch and the chocolate sauce on those buns and see how it goes. Yes, flying to the kitchen. Especially if your siblings are around, right? And you're just thinking if you don't get there really quick. It's almost Sorry, by the time you reach the kitchen. So I'm just putting water in the meantime. Yeah. Oh, that's it for me. I'll probably even have him his phone on live. So get the raw feedback on how it is like. Boom! Boom! I'm calling him to come and have a kiss. Color pops bit. Okay. Then I'm going to just use my hands. I think that's the best instrument we can have, our hands. So we have our plate. Yep. So now our buns, our quadrants. Right? Okay. Which one should we do first? Chocolate, eh? I'm having cups of this. Come! Come! Chocolate or butterscotch? Or should I decide? Okay. Let's do. I want to taste this, but I'll put butterscotch on top of it. Caramel sauce. Wait, let me put caramel sauce. Patient. Are you hungry? Wait, first I'm going to open this. Let's put this on fire.
The rain one too.
Tell you, the rain is serious. This is new, so I'm just considering it. Put it on top of it. Let me read the directions. Do I need to shake it? There's nothing about shaking it. How to there's a whole QR code. Oh, chocolate. Choose chocolate. Okay. Let's have chocolate first. There's a whole QR code to how to use this thing. I'm just going to do what we usually do for many things and shake it first. And the chocolate sauce as well. Listen, I got this chocolate sauce and this butterscotch for waffles. I do not think I'll be using it first for buns. But that's how I like it. Voilà. I want to put chocolate sauce on it. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to turn this around. Okay. Voila. Come on, crack it open. You taste another one now. Just crack it open in front of the camera. Why do you not wipe your hands? Why are you in a haste? See? Can you see the steam still rising out of it? Let me put a bit more. Voila. Taste it.
This one.
Yeah, I'll put that one on another one. Oh, you don't put too much usually. Oh, okay. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan, so I wouldn't really know how much to put. But here you have it. This is it, drenched in chocolate sauce. What do you think?
It's good.
It's good.
And this one.
I should add that one. Bring another white plate, another white saucer.
Put it there.
I should add it to this one. Listen, my cousin is such a sweetie. The chocolate and the butterscotch will mix. You will not get the flavor.
I want to get the flavor, the combined flavor.
Give me one of the buns. He insists he wants the combined flavor. I'm like, this thing is too sweet. It's like, no. Okay, that's butterscotch. Oh yeah, taste now. Crack this one open.
Yeah, I put all it more.
That I've put only small. This is what it looks like inside. How is it?
Perfect.
This is the one that the flavors. This is one that is mixed. Some people mix, really. Oh, that's too much sugar for me. Carry on. It's having the time of his life. You like it? Take it now. Bye-bye. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm done. I think now I'm just going to put it in the box to sell, to take where I sell them. So I'll just put it in the bowl. Right. Let me bring that. So this is the bowl. Good morning. Everyone is really waking up to the smell of these buns. He took the plate. He likes it. He took the plate. He's eating my way over there at the dining table. I'm alive. And that's my sister. Everyone is just waking up to. They're leading their nose. They're following their nose. Sorry, into the kitchen. So okay. So I'll just put the eggrolls. Egg container. Let's see. Hello, sister. Hello. She already left to go prep. Let's go to work. Well, so here are eggrolls. And that's it. That's it. We are done. What's left for me to do? I have some pepper sauce I made yesterday. Here. So I'm going to keep that up. That's what we're going to eat the eggrolls with. So that's all. It's just to keep this up and pack. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And to everyone who joined me, thank you. Yes. Send me your contact details on how to send it to Canada. And this will definitely reach you as soon as possible. If we can get like one of those Harry Potter spells so it reaches me, that would be really good. But while waiting for that, goodbye. Yeah, all of them, no problem.